You can't trust doctors, medical professionals, RNs, all these things anymore. In the future, these highly regulated titles are going to lose power, and people are going to take their health more so into their own hands, and there's going to be a lot of professionals that don't have credentials, don't have regulations, and they will blow the doctors right out of the water. So, your doctors. Doctors are viewed as the top person in the medical community, as the good figures in their community, do a lot of charity work, they attend religious services, sometimes they go do missions in other places and volunteer their labor time, and this is the marketing aspect of what we see for doctors. But there is a couple things that we need to realize and improve on this position. First is drugs should be the absolute last resort, which is what doctors are good at. Doctors sell prescribe drugs. That's what they do. They don't give you nutritional advice. They don't give you therapy. They don't give you nothing like that. It has to be a prescription that you go and take to Walgreens. So we have to get from that being one of the first options to that being the absolute last. We need to shrink prescriptions in this nation to like 5% of what it is. We're way too prescribed with medication, and health just continues to get worse and worse and worse. These medications, especially the ones that a cardiologist will prescribe you, are horrible for your health. SSRIs can drive you crazy. They can kill your sex drive. Many young men who take SSRIs for a long time don't achieve an orgasm. So it's just wreaking havoc on people. There's all kinds of shots and stuff that now we're figuring out, oh, that's bad too. Almost all these professionals, they were right on that stuff. They said, hey man, you gotta take this. And so they're just dumb. They're a joke. They will sell you out for anything, and many of them know this. It's a very conscious decision. Some of them don't, but still, you can't really judge intentions in this case. It's your health, and you got to take it serious. If y'all are wrong or something, hey, you got to open up the field so that people who are right can come in and fix all this. And they do all this with charging you the most out of any profession that you'll deal with. The medical professionals will charge the most, and they will take that money, and what's crazy is they don't even get too much of that money. The money is so ate up in regulation and insurance, continuing education, all kind of things. There's a million things that's just taking all the money. So the doctors and them, they're getting a lot of money too, but you got to figure it's two forces here. Both of them are getting rich, and so these doctors charge you thousands of dollars to tell you need Prilosec. They can't even go over other treatments because a lot of times generally recognized as safe activities, or generally recognized as safe medications is the only thing that they're going to really recommend. If they recommend something that harms you, or that's not conventional, like naturalistic health and all this, and if they follow that advice and they have an allergic reaction, if anything, there's 10 million different things. Maybe they snort some, pixie dust, and it triggers something else that the doctor was working on them with. The doctor's going to get the blame. The lawyers and insurance company going to come strip his license, strip him off of every board, all that stuff. It's going to be gone because they only want the treatments and all that they approve. And so not only do they charge you too much, there's way too many regulations, there's also no autonomy and no freedom of the doctor to act as they want to practice. Because, again, they'll just sue them and then they're out of business. And this turns doctors into like a tunnel. And they're like, as soon as they find out the name of the disease or your illness or whatever, it's bam. 3 or 4 drugs go through their mind of that they could possibly prescribe. And of course, you have pharmaceutical salesmen who approach these doctors, and I mean, come on guys, you know that they're getting a little something under the table for all this. So they're not able to even practice how they want if they were equipped with the right knowledge and all that. And that's just really driving all of the services to like unregulated sectors. I mean, you got like tons of people getting their teeth done in basements now, and they're they're providing satisfactory work. They're providing good product, and it's costing like third, fourth of what a dental surgeon would charge in the instance of a basement dental clinic. So these, I mean, I can't even believe I'm saying this. Like, if we were talking about this 10 years ago, then everybody would say you're crazy. But I mean, after everything that they messed up on, I mean, they reckon. Look at the old food pyramid. They had no problem with that. Look at SSR. Look at a certain kind of medication that triggers people to run up into places of education and hole punch people. You have almost everything a cardiologist is prescribing is going to mess your heart up. It's so backwards. They don't even care about taurine, or they don't care about COQ10. Some of the medicines they give you zap your COQ10. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So, with all these things, doctors are, one, mainly stupid and miseducated. Two, they have their hands tied behind their back for certain procedures and things that they can do with insurance companies. And of course, three, they cost so much, you basically don't have a doctor. A lot of times you'll see videos on YouTube and they say, oh, consult with your physician, consult with your GP, this and that. Look, most people can't afford that. And second off, whenever I ask a doctor or a physician or whatever for just casual talk, not seeing them as a patient, meeting them out in public, they don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. They're confused themselves. Or if I talk to them like, hey man, you think steak good? They're like, oh no, you ever tried Lipitor? Like, what the heck? So, guys, we got to stop thinking about them as the pinnacle of medical care. They need to be really downgraded. Then the degree programs need to be made a lot easier to get. They learn tons of information that doesn't even make too much relevant sense. Many of them don't know anything about collagen synthesis or ADP, but they can tell you what your shoulder bone on your left side, right somewhere, is, and they know the name of it. You know, it's crazy. I don't care if you know what this bone is that you could have just looked the name up for it. You don't have to memorize that. Just understand basic freaking nutrition concepts, glyconeogenesis, autophagy, fasting, all these things. We need doctors who include this in their thought process. And doctors need to understand it to write their prescriptions, because it's prescriptions and your nutrition coming together, so you can't ignore one side of it. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I don't have... if you're a doctor who doesn't take nutrition in the hand, you know, you're an idiot. I really think you're dumb. I mean, I really have no respect for you. You can... MD, whatever it is now, I'm a doctor, blah, 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 blah. You're dumb. You're really dumb. And there's guys on that watch YouTube videos that are crushing y'all. People don't really respect doctors too much, and of course because they've just failed them. They failed them so horribly. And I mean, let's take another example in this video. Pollutants, forever chemicals, and all these things. Whenever we're finding about this stuff back in, you know, the 2000s and 1980s and 90s, where was the doctors at? Where the heck were they? What happened? And I mean, if you look at psychiatry doesn't cure anybody. I mean, psychiatrists will tell you this. They say it's to manage something as a lifelong disease. If somebody comes to me talking about they got depression, I make sure that their gut is right first. I tell them, hey man, get a hamburger. You need to do hamburger meat. You need to have that glutathione all in you, and methionine. You need these things. You don't need something that's going to run your neurotransmitters crazy and fry them all out. So, what else? Oh, one last point for real this time. Surgeons, I'm not really talking about surgeons. Surgeons provide an excellent and necessary service for removing tumors, removing basically bad masses in your body. So this is a very physical work, and I 100% support most surgeons. There are some surgeries that aren't necessary. There are sometimes pushed on people, tooth extraction and all that, but in general, surgeons really have my respect. And the group of doctors I least respect is cardiologists, and next would be psychiatrists. And again, it's because the cardiologists, everything they give you is going to be trash and hurt you. It's going to put your heart in worse conditions. Cardiologists are the dumbest people on earth. They have no clue about anything to do with the heart. All they know to do is look at this number. Okay, you need a Lipitor. Oh, this number? Oh, you need Prilosec or something like that. Oh, yeah, let's prescribe you this medicine that kills your COQ10, which is like one of the most important things for your heart. It's stupid. In other countries, they give you taurine, COQ10 in a very pharmaceutical grade when you have some heart problems. And they have much better health parameters than us. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Let me know what you think, and have a great day.